In this episode of The Haul, we're going to be talking about how to choose side steps for your Ram. I'm Joe from American Trucks, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the Ram side steps category. I'm going to be explaining all the different designs and styles out there, all to help you guys who might be doing some shopping make the right decision. The basic idea is to make it easier for you and everyone you know to get in and out of your truck, and variations on the side step. They're going to include length and width of the step area, texture for traction, materials used, finish, price, and some are going to be better than others as far as ground clearance, which is always a big concern. I'm going to show you some examples of each category using our trusty 19 Ram right here, but keep in mind all this information will apply to any generation Ram on the site. So let's open with one of our most classic options, the Sidestep Bar. First up, we have one of our most popular options on the site, a Sidestep Bar, otherwise known as a Nerf bar, and that's being demonstrated by the Duratrack 5-inch oval bent end Sidestep bars in black. A Nerf bar is going to consist of, well, pretty much just a bar, but there are plenty of additional features to change the look and function, allowing Ram owners to get exactly what they want out of a step. The width of a Nerf bar will usually range from 3 to 6 inches deep. Simply put, that's going to change how much area you have to plant your foot. The bar itself can be oval for a more flat top look, or circular if you really like the classic Sidestep bar aesthetic. Thirdly, we have curved or straight ends. This is purely a stylistic choice. Curved ends clean up the looks a little bit, straight ends for a more aggressive style. Finishes will usually come as either powder coat black or polished stainless for the chrome fan. Now, a lot of powder coatings are tough. However, in certain circumstances, off-roading being one in particular, it's possible powder coat can crack or chip. That allows access to the material underneath, which will likely oxidize. Obviously, stainless will do a good job at resisting that. Stainless is also typically much more durable than aluminum alloy, but it will come at a higher cost. That's not to say the two are mutually exclusive. Sometimes you will even see a powder coat over top of stainless steel, and that's really going to give you the best of both worlds. One thing I do want to mention is a specific design of Nerf bar that comes with a drop-down hoop step, making it even easier to get into your Ram. However, that does come at the cost of some ground clearance. If you're just a daily driver, you'll have no problems whatsoever, but for someone who's hitting the trails on the weekend, that clearance is valuable. Just keep that in mind while shopping. Regardless, the Nerf or Sidestep bar is budget-friendly and simple to install. It's easy to see why they're one of our most popular options. Less is sort of more in this situation, and if you're looking for something that can get the job done with no frills, this is a style you might be interested in. Up next, we have another popular style, and that is the running board. Utility and ease of use are the big reasons why you'd want an option like this. You have a ton of area to plant your foot pretty much all the way up and down the board, as opposed to other options which might have more specific stepping areas. The option we have right here is the Barricade Rattler running board. This one has a little bit of extra industrial style, but most running boards will give you a nice clean OE look, which is probably why more and more truck manufacturers offer running boards as a factory option. Typically, running boards are all steel and give you a ton of depth on the step area. This one boasts a solid 6¼ inches. That stepping area is complemented by a textured finish, as well as a corrugated surface to ensure your boots don't slip off in snowy or muddy conditions. Just like the Nerf bars, these are a budget-friendly option that's easy to install. Also, running boards will sit tightly to the body of your truck, which cleans up the look and preserves some of that breakover angle. However, the stepping area will sit a little bit higher than other options. That issue of high stepping area can be remedied with our next category, the drop step. As you guys can probably tell by the name, these are going to feature a drop step design, making it even easier to get in and out of your truck since the stepping area is going to be closer to the ground. Usually these feature a textured stepping area that ranges from 3 to 6 inches deep. This one on the table in front of me is the Barricade HD Drop Sidestep Bar. They fit the bill of a drop step perfectly. They also boast a large textured stepping area at 4½ inches. Obviously, that is going to come at the trade-off of some ground clearance. Again, if you're the daily driver, not that big of a deal. If you're the off-roader type, make sure to consider that. On the flip side, if you have a huge lift, you're looking for easier access for the wife and kids, or you might have limited mobility yourself, you might be looking to trade some of that clearance in for an easy step, and if that's the case, these are great. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to the drop step design is spacing. Similar to the Nerf bar, these are going to give you a very, very defined step pad, limiting usable area, but if you prioritize easy entry and exit over ultimate off-road clearance, then the drop step would be an awesome choice. Last but certainly not least, we have the Power Step. An option like this can combine a lot of pros of some of the previous steps I've talked about. These drop down to a position that's lower than what's safe for driving around. This means you have a great step when needed, and after the electric motors tuck them away, you get the most amount of clearance back possible. So you walk up, pull the door handle. These will use an electric motor to extend the steps to the lowest position out of any of our options today. After you pull the door shut and a small amount of time passes, these will pull up nice and clean to the body of the Ram. This will combine a sleek, trim appearance with the functionality of a running board, maximizing ground clearance. The Power Step we've been working with is the RBP Stealth Power running board. Just because these are electronic, it doesn't mean they're not tough. They're made from a lightweight and durable aluminum, rated for about 600 pounds, which is impressive. The RBPs specifically feature a dual motor design, 2 for each side, so there's some redundancy built in there, which I personally appreciate. A big trade-off for all this added functionality is going to be a little bit of extra complexity. This is going to require a little bit more work during the install process, which usually involves some wiring at the very least. The biggest drawback with Power Steps, however, is going to go to price. These are the highest in the category. Expect to pay at least $1,000. The RBPs drop in at about $1,300, which is a lot of money, practically quadruple the price of any of our other options. But if you have some extra time and money to spend, these combine a lot of great qualities of those other options. Well guys, that is gonna do it. I hope you enjoyed my take on the Sidesteps category, and if you are doing some shopping, I hope I could help. If you're looking to learn more, we have detailed breakdown videos for all the products featured here today, as well as a lot of videos of Sidesteps that we did not. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content like this. I'm Joe. Keep it right here at American Trucks for all things Ram.